Hi, everybody. That is hard to follow this keynote. I think the energy that he gave into the room, that was amazing. And I will have trouble to match that. But I'm happy that after so many hours at the BLOCKCHANCE, we still have people interested in what we are talking about when we're talking about building Web3 experiences. And since I don't have the golden rule of what that might look like or how brands should enter the room or how companies should create a new environment and an ecosystem through which they will connect with their communities, fans, customers on a new level. I want to take you on a short ride, a short story of how we went wrong, where we did something bad, where we fucked up, eventually, along the way of where we are today. And doing that, I want to go a route where I want you to decide in which route I will, or the way I will present and talk about the future at hand. Starting that, I want to give you an option and test this out if you're in. If you had the chance to take a blue pill and go back to where you had your first contact, your first touch point with crypto, Web3, metaverse, whatsoever, whenever, would you take the blue pill and have the opportunity to turn around and go a different way? Or would you take the red pill, take all the bad and the good along the way? Who would take the blue pill? Nobody? Okay. Who would take the red pill and end up right where you are today? No opinion? Would you come back? Do you appreciate where you are today? All right, there you go. At least one. Okay, who am I? I'm Jasper. I work for Just Add Sugar. Just Add Sugar is a content agency, so our main focus and business is what we just heard is kind of the next ad, the next content piece, the next scroll, the next app. So we produce content for, or video content for these platforms, essentially. And about 2 years ago, we decided that we wanted to understand what we have to do with the idea of Web3 and the technology and the innovation that came with it, because we essentially saw the need of, with our vision in mind, enabling the best creative teams to capture the world's attention, to adapt and to see what we would or where we would have ended up with new technologies. With that, we found Just Add Meta in the context of Just Add Sugar as the unit within where we wanted to understand what it means to take Web3 by the hand, interact with it, build something around it, and with that, we didn't want to immediately go out and say we are experts at what we do, which we are not today, but we are on our way there, or getting better every day by building ourselves and having hands-on experience. And with that, I would like you, and hoping for a little bit more participation now, I'm trying to meet the action and what has happened before. Would you like me to talk about our achievements, what we did good, what we had successful implemented, or would you like me to talk about the essential fuck-ups? So, who wants to hear achievements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who wants to hear fuck-ups? Yeah, let's go. Okay, I like that. Okay. So what we did is, we as Just Add Meta in the moment, I was the one person in the company trying to understand what it means. So we built, or I essentially built something for our internal people. So we were 40 people at the moment, and we were trying to give an insight on how Web3 will change the way content is created, change the way how we as an agency will work in the future. And by doing that, we took everybody along, and we noticed that the way we did it was too boring for everybody. This is Web3, cryptocurrencies, these are the protocols, and we're all gonna make it. And people that didn't care in the company were like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why is this important for us? So as we learned early on, the way of approaching to educate around it is a whole bunch of words, buzzwords that will essentially lose you everybody who might want to listen to you, or at least that's what we noticed along the way. So the first learning and the first F-up was that we didn't take the approach of trying to approach everybody in the room as if there's something that the application side can bring for them, but talk about the technology, the blockchain, and what it will bring to the user itself and the people in the community. And we adapted. We tried to turn around and get somewhere where we have some interaction and build an experience around it. And as we learned that, we tried our first experience with which was the sugar code. And since we were just at sugar and we come out of Hamburg, we decided that we needed some rain jacket to protect all the sugar of us. And in the end, we created a badge, a digital badge, as we called it, that kind of gave everybody the stamp that they have participated in our journey through Web3, the metaverse, virtual experiences, the blockchains, and all of that. And with that, it was at the same time a sense of belonging. So people were able to kind of connect deeper to Just Add Sugar, as this was for everyone a one-of-one piece where they would have their employment number on the chest, and they would have the year of joining Just Add Sugar, what department they would work on, and so on and so forth. Yeah? Augmented reality, yeah. Wearable, not yet. So we have it as a filter, kind of.
Where do you apply the filter? Social network, or do you have your
No, web AR, a partner of us.
Okay, cool.
So coming from that side now to the F-up, what we did as our first move, wanting to move fast, is we did that on OpenSea. So we kind of had a collection where we put in every piece one by one, having that at least on Polygon, having not decided how to work with the metadata, freeze, not freeze, and kind of at the same time airdropping it then to everybody, which kind of is not really an experience at all. So there you go, you have your badge. With all the good intentions that we had, we came to a point where the caring part about the project and the community and the sense of belonging that we wanted to create, we didn't achieve because, yeah, we have this wallet and now we have that, and all right, what now? And with that, we learned again, and we tried to adapt how we approach our Web2 customers, since our main business is content for Web2 platforms. We then decided on going one step further and trying to create something new. Now, another challenge or topic, do you want me to talk focusing on the project or the product, or do you want me to talk in the sense of how we envisioned the space that we were moving to as Just That Meta? Who's for product? 1, 2. Who's for the vision part? Okay, that is clear. Okay, going forward, since the educational part is one big step along the way with the Web2 customers, and them understanding and getting into the space and understanding what is possible, we still had a huge amount of getting our customers to understand the steps along the way. With that, we upgraded the way we work with them in the educational part, and we built a experience surrounding that would essentially lead to a platform, an ecosystem through which we wanted to onboard partners, through which we wanted to onboard customers, maybe more employees. And we created the Summer Jam, which is kind of Just Add Meta, our mascot now. And we didn't want to leave that as the point of we have an NFT at the moment, but since we, along the way, got developers in our team, and we wanted to hand-on experience what it means to build a project, not only a project, but the platform surrounding that. We are at a point where a community hub or a platform itself was put onto our website, if you will. So we had our website essentially and developed a D-app to accompany that. So not only did we understand or try to understand to bring them on board and make it an experience through a minting process, through having a token-gated area where content was shown, where people or the owners of the NFT had the opportunity to claim self-made jam by our team, and now having steps along the way through education, having the idea of what Web3 and NFTs are, essentially having a badge that they could own and mint, and then having a real-life product they could then claim. And again, we ended up at a point, and I'm going back to the FR part, where we kind of made it too hard again. So what are we focusing on? We wanted to make it as easy as possible. We want my mom should go on there and say, okay, this is just like anyone else or any sign up with the email, and I have the opportunity to kind of connect with the company, with the values, with the products, whatsoever. And with that, we noticed that even though we got the people that we focused on, the people that we got around to our platform are coming back essentially when something is going on, but it was too hard again. So focusing on the UX of the people entering the realm of our ecosystem, we then decided now, and this is in progress, that we want to incorporate a usual Web2 sign-in, where the paper wallet in the back will be handed to them, and people will be able to collect and integrate and interact with the platform itself. And overall, we did all this not because we want to, or we're selling this project to anybody, but we wanted to learn hands-on and do the parts where we F up in the end with our project internally. Because as we see the Web3 and the process of how we want to integrate the knowledge and the skills that we build now, we want to help our customers that we are navigating through Web2, helping them adjust to what is about to come. And with that, we are not only working, I forgot about this, sorry. We're not only working on a platform itself where we want people to engage, but having experiences that feel like Web2, where anything that you would know from any app that you enter today, but in the end, the underlying tech has the opportunity to bring your first touch point to Web3. For example, scavenger hunts, as anybody, I would say, gamified experience where everyone have today at the BLOCKCHANCE, signing in, having an interest in something, having tasks, getting rewards for that, and then having more than just the end of the event and the opportunity to then use the engagement, as we just heard, use the engagement in live events in a digital space later on, for example. So, as a short resume, when building Web3 experiences, one of the most important parts, as we learned in our first step, is the jargon. And I believe the most of you are working in this space, and I'm hoping that the way you are talking to your customers, if not your B2B, then it might not pick to you, but use the jargon, talk in terms that everybody understands in the context of what we're doing today. Build for the community, so know your audience, because what we did in the beginning is we had the jacket, we had good intentions, but it was not engaging enough. The experience wasn't there, so we had to some sort evolve around that. Don't underestimate the work that goes through it, because this is an always-on thing. As it is on social, we always have to focus on the next step and the process of having 5 content pieces a week, as we do in real life. But what does the community today want you to incorporate in the experience itself? So there's a lot coming with it. Use existing tools. We tried to build everything ourselves, even starting with the smart contracts. As a social content production agency, doesn't make sense. So there's a lot of tools that help, such as, I don't know, maybe Third Web. Start small as our first step, even though the F-ups came along. I think we've heard it too many times, and I won't repeat how early we are, but the first small step helps to then be ready at the right time. Focus on UX, make it applicable, not just dropping out them and having, hey, we got the NFTs, do it. Have it as something of an experience that is not Web3, because use it as an add-on. Is that what is our vision as Just Add Sugar? As we help strategize on the digital space in Web2, having then the add-on of what might come along the way. And there are different parts that you could incorporate with that. Thank you very much.